Hey, I'm Kat, and no, the title of this video was not clickbait. I used $732 worth of products in May. So I don't usually do empties videos. I do every month save all of my empties so that at the end of the month I can go back and reflect on them, what I liked, what I didn't like. I have a whole spreadsheet. It's really helpful if you ever run out of a certain product so that you can go back and make sure that you don't order something that you didn't like when you used it. I'm also a member of a community on Reddit where a lot of us post our empties every month. So I always take a picture, share my thoughts with the group, and well, maybe I'd make a video this month. I love watching empties videos because it gives you a better idea of what the products are actually like. You can watch all the unboxing videos in the world and you'll see the beautiful packaging, sometimes a close-up of a product, but that doesn't tell you anything about how the product actually performs. And sadly, even some review videos or blog posts where people are reviewing products, or even online when you're reading reviews, a lot of times people have only used that product once, and you can't always tell if something is great after using it one time. So I love empties videos and empties blog posts and empties just reviews, because you know that you're getting the reaction of somebody who's actually used that product enough that they've used an entire jar or tube or whatever of it, or they've hated it so much they've stopped using it, which, spoiler, there's a couple of those in here. As we go in true me fashion, I'm going to keep a tally down below so you can see what the value is of each of these items that I used up. This is not the full size value. This is the value of the item in the size that I used. Some of these you're going to think are kind of crazy because there are pretty expensive products in here. It's always interesting to see what people's thoughts are on the really prestige brands, or what we perceive as being prestige brands. Kind of hard to organize this. I don't know what order I will go in. I think I'll try masks and then face wash. I don't know. We'll see. I'll also put on the screen where I got the item. Most of the items that I use are from advent calendars or beauty boxes. So I'll pop up on the screen if it's an advent calendar, which one I got it from, or a beauty box, what the year and the month were that I received that item. So I'm gonna start with masks. In May, I used 2 of these 111 Skin Rose Gold Brightening Facial Treatment Masks. I love these. They are this beautiful rose gold, kind of like a rubbery mask, and they're one of the few sheet masks I've ever used where I felt different when I took them off. My skin looks and feels noticeably plump and just happy no matter how dry my skin is. Using these on a long haul flight is amazing. However, I would never purchase them because I believe that they're around $27 each. No. So I will gladly use them whenever I receive them in beauty boxes or advent calendars, but this is not an item that I will ever purchase on my own. Next, we have a chin lift mask from Wishful. Wishful is Huda Beauty's skincare brand. This was a little weird. I wish that I had the mask to show you. The instructions on the back I thought were strange, and that should have clued me in. It says, to avoid discomfort during use, pre-stretch the mask lengthwise by tugging at each end. So this mask is for your neck, and it was a long mask with 2 hooks, and the hooks go around your ears. And so I pulled it and I stretched it and put it on, and I don't think my ears are very far apart. It was killing my ears, and instead of laying across my neck, it was rolling up under my chin. So I couldn't tell you how I liked it, because I think there's something off in the execution, that they even have to warn you to extra stretch it so that it's not uncomfortable. Leads me to believe that they realized at some point this probably wasn't the right shape to be very effective for people. So I don't have an opinion because I kept it on for 2 minutes and then realized it was just rolled up right here and there was no point. Then I have a pink diamond lifting face mask from Rodial, and it smelled really good. I don't know if it did anything. My skin didn't look or feel any different after I used it, but it was a really nice experience. Then as far as eye sheet masks, I used a Patchology Flashpatch Rejuvenating Eye Gels. I used these on a business trip and my under eye area looked and felt exactly the same when I took them off as it did when I put them on. So wouldn't really recommend these. Then I have the Advanced Snail Hydrogel Eye Patches from COSRX. And this had 60 patches inside, so 30 uses since you have 2 eyes, or I have 2 eyes. And it came with little, oh, they're not in here. It came with little tweezers that you use to pull the eye patches out, and they're just sitting in goop. So it was nice that they had moisture on them. A lot of sheet mask eye masks that I put on feel really dry even when I put them on. So these were slimy, so it felt like they did something. I didn't really notice any difference using these or not using these. And my big complaint about these is that they slid down my face. I don't have time to use eye masks that I have to lay down to use, so I definitely wouldn't repurchase these. But I did like that they were so damp. Then we have a mini Macaron Moisturizing Foot Mask. Foot mask is not something that I used very often. I've never bought foot masks. I've only used ones I've received. I put these on and then I put socks over them so I could walk around. They're like little booties. And oh my gosh, my feet were super moisturized afterwards. I have hardwood floors and I had to wear socks for like a day and a half because even after taking a shower, my feet were just so moisturized that they felt kind of slippery. It sounds like a bad thing, but actually it was great. I would 100% use this again if I received it. Then as far as masks that are like masks and not sheet masks, I have the Sisley Black Rose Cream Mask. This is super, super expensive. This mask, my skin felt amazing after I used it, but Sisley products are so expensive. I'm in love with their facial oil, but I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I'm ever going to love enough to buy at the price that they charge. So this was really nice to have, and I would gladly use it if I ever received it again, but I would never purchase this. Next for masks, we have this Acure Brightening Vitamin C Jelly Mask, and I didn't actually end up using it. I Googled it because I wasn't sure how to use it. I wanted to know what the benefits were and what it did, and I came across like 10 blog posts from people saying that when they used this, that they received it about the same time that I received this, that it caused red blisters on their face, and I have so many other products I can use. I decided to just skip this and move on to the next because I didn't want to risk red blisters on my face. That sounded terrible. All right, now on to cleansers. I have a Clos de Peau Beauty Micellar water sample. It's a tiny little guy. This was really nice micellar water. I actually really liked it, but I am not gonna pay prestige skincare brand prices for micellar water, so I wouldn't repurchase it, but I will gladly use it if I get it again. Then I had this Clarins micellar water. This I received as a gift with purchase a while back when I was buying some Clarins lip oils. Oh my gosh, if you like anything Clarins, like keep a wish list of things that you like. When they do gift with purchases on their website, they're insane. I think that when I bought the lip oils, you had to spend like $50, maybe $75, and I ended up getting like $400 in free gifts when I made that order. Like I was shocked. I like this. This is pretty much my ideal micellar water. My favorite is the Tarte micellar water. It has no scent, it has no feeling, it just feels like you're using water. That's what this feels like, but with a Clarins price tag. Then I had this Klorane micellar water. This was fine, I wouldn't repurchase. It kind of had a scent to it that reminded me of a cross between nail polish remover and Old Ladies, which I don't want either of those smells on my face. Next from Banila Co. This is a Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. I love cleansing balms because I have really dry skin. I don't love this. It's okay as far as a cleansing balm goes, but it didn't feel like it really was very cleansing. So this is one of those things, if I get it again, I'll probably just give it away to someone because I didn't enjoy it. Maybe somebody would like it more than me. Last cleanser is from Aurelia London. This is their Miracle Cleanser. This comes with a little muslin cloth to wipe it off your face with. And I feel like it's just a gimmick. People love this. They love it. And it's not cheap. I don't feel like this cleaned my skin at all. Every time I used it, I felt like I needed to rewash my face with like a real cleanser. I didn't like the smell. It kind of smells like you walked into an essential oil shop and somebody just sprayed you with everything. And it just, I didn't feel the miracle from it. It says that it's a creamy balancing cleanser with Protida, Baobab, and Kigelia africana, which I'm sure do amazing things. It just, my skin did not feel cleansed in the slightest from using this. Next, we will move on to neck creams. The first one is from Kaplan MD. This is their Diamond Contour Neck Cream, and I just got this in May, and it's already in my empties pile, not because it's empty, but because it caused, I don't know if you can see, I have like red bumps all over my neck. I don't know, I've never had a problem with a product, and I put that on and it started burning immediately. And I used it for 3 days thinking maybe it was something else. I probably shouldn't have kept using it. It was burning and I have like these like bumps. And then I Googled it. I remembered when I first looked it up, seeing something about people having issues with it. And I just wasn't thinking when I started using it, and oh my gosh, like it burned. I have these like bumps on my neck that are very uncomfortable to touch. So that went straight into my I'm done with this pile. I'm not passing it on to a friend. Oftentimes if I try something I don't like, I'll see if my best friend is interested in trying it, but I don't want her to suffer the same fate that I did. And then another neck cream was this Pry one that I had used up in May. I love Pry neck cream. It is so moisturizing and the skin on my neck feels like great all day. I have super dry skin. It's usually really parched. You can tell it's dry just looking at it. And this plumps it up. It keeps it really happy. And I cannot speak highly enough. I know this, like, if you look at the ingredients in these, this one should be the one that is amazing and that I'm like rabid over loving so much and like obviously not happy. This is super basic ingredients. I think glycerin is like really high up on the ingredient list, so like it's nothing expensive. It works and I love it, and I'm gonna keep using this till I find something better. As far as facial moisturizers, I had this Darphin Hydroskin Light Gel Cream. So I used this as a day cream. Didn't feel very moisturizing. It almost felt drying. Not a fan, wouldn't buy it. And then as a night cream, I was using this Comfort Zone Re-Night Night Cream. This is super highly fragranced, which is so annoying. I hate when facial products are really fragranced, but it was a nice night cream. It's supposed to be very nourishing. It felt nourishing. I woke up in the morning and my skin didn't feel dry, so it worked. I would definitely use it again if I received it. I wouldn't buy it. I feel like there's probably better options out there, but if I get it in another box, I'll use it. For eye creams, there were 3 from May that I used up. The first one was from Algenist. This is their Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm. I don't like this. I have another one too that I need to get through. I like the packaging. It's really pretty and it's like a glass jar. It just doesn't feel moisturizing to me. My under eye doesn't look like it's plump and moist and happy. Like my under eyes look dry when I'm using it. So I wouldn't purchase it. I have a backup one. I'll use that. If I ever get another one, I will pass it on to a friend. Hopefully they will like it more. The next eye cream was Magic Eye Rescue from Charlotte Tilbury, this teeny tiny little guy. I don't know if you've ever looked at the marketing for any Charlotte Tilbury skincare, but it's so over the top. It's always like 5,000% of people saw this, or people saw 700% increase in that. So I thought it would be garbage because it's just so overhyped by Charlotte Tilbury, but oh my gosh, I loved that eye cream so much. I wanted to hate it and I really, really liked it. I think my favorite eye cream ever, it's not even a cream, it's more of an oil, is from Agent Nature. I don't know that the Charlotte Tilbury is better than that, but it's close. It's almost on my list of like holy grail eye creams. Then the third eye cream that's an empty, but it's not actually empty, is from Pharmacy. This is their Cheer Up Brightening Vitamin C eye cream. I received this from BoxyCharm. in December. So I opened it in May, like the first week of May. So open it 5 months after I got it. You would assume when you get something from BoxyCharm that it wouldn't be bad already or be that close to being bad. But this is what it looked like. I didn't even touch it, and this is what it looked like. It's brown and orange and oily and chunky. There are chunks in it. And it smells like paint thinner. So I certainly wasn't going to put this on my under eye area. So this one in the empties pile because it's empty. I mean, it's not, but to me it is. Like I'm not putting that on my face. That's not touching my face. So thanks for sending me old product, BoxyCharm. That's really great. I do keep a spreadsheet. Whenever I receive items, everything goes in the spreadsheet the day that I received it. If there's an expiration date on it or a batch code I can look up, I always put the expiration on it. So I use everything in the order I receive it. There is no reason something that I received in December should be separated and oily and smell like paint thinner in May. Like that's gross, BoxyCharm. That's just gross. So now we've moved on to serums. The first was this vitamin C with grape seed from Alpha H. This packet was so small, I don't know if I liked it or not. This was like a 2-day supply, so who knows? Next is the vitamin B with copper tripeptide from Alpha H. Interestingly, this was bright green, like bright green and so sticky, and it kind of smelled like rubber mixed with trees, but like it's not bad. It just that's what it smells like. Super duper sticky. I would put a dropper in my hand and then like go like this, and you could see like it was sticky. It felt really good. I think it probably took me a month to get through this. I didn't notice any changes in my skin. I didn't dislike it. I would definitely use it if I got it again. I don't know that a vitamin B serum is really something my skin needed. That might be why I didn't notice any changes. Then from Acure, we have their Radically Rejuvenating Dual Phase Bakuchiol Serum. This is what this guy looked like. This is interesting. It's an oil and just a regular liquid, and you shake it before you use it, and then it all kind of mixes together. So it was fun to use. I didn't notice any changes in my skin using this either. Again, I would use it if I received it again, but I wouldn't purchase it. Then I also used up this Vitabrid Dual Drop Serum. My skin definitely felt very moist after I used this. I know people hate that word, I'm sorry. It says it's an age-defying and deep hydration serum, and I actually hadn't read that description until after it was empty. So I wasn't like thinking, oh, my skin feels deeply hydrated because I read it. So I feel like this definitely works. I think every Vitabrid product that I've used has delivered on whatever it is it says that it does. It was good. I feel like a hyaluronic acid serum is pretty similar, so I probably would just stick with one of those at a cheaper price point, but totally would use this again as well. Speaking of hyaluronic acid, this is a hyaluronic acid boosting serum from PCA Skin. It was okay. It was just okay. Also, it's supposed to be 7 grams, and it was only filled to like right here. So this lasted me just a couple of days, which a tube this size I would expect more use out of. Wasn't the best hyaluronic acid serum I've used. It wasn't the worst, but it was there. It was something to put on my face. I wouldn't buy it because if a free sample that I received, that was actually a gift with purchase. If a gift with purchase that I received is half empty like that, I would feel like the product that I buy might be half empty, and that's not a risk that I want to take. From Balance Me, we have the BHA Exfoliating Concentrate. I really liked how this smelled. I know that has nothing to do with how it worked, but it smelled kind of citrusy to me. Still smells citrusy. I used about half of the bottle. It feels like a toner, but you use it in addition to your toner. The only reason I stopped using it is, well, I'll show you. So it has this really wide lid here, and it's a liquid, and I was using it and I didn't put the lid on and I just knocked it across the room and it landed on a blanket of mine, which I love. And I don't know why, but I was thinking it might bleach that blanket where it landed because it all spilled out. Blanket's fine, so there's that. I wouldn't buy this, but I would definitely use it if I got it again. Like, it wasn't life-changing. It wasn't worth putting on my list of like, these are the best things I've ever used, but I liked it. For face oils, we have the Guerlain Abiel Royale Youth Watery Oil. I love this so much. I get a lot of these little samples and oh my gosh. So I'm sure it's gimmicky. It has these little like gold balls in here and you pull out the dropper and then you squirt it. I squirt it into my palm and then I do this to like break the balls up and then pat it onto my face, and it's a really nice oil. Like, it feels really good. My skin feels very hydrated when I use it, and it doesn't feel or look greasy. And also, bonus, something pretty rare with face oils, you can put makeup on immediately after using this and it doesn't pill, it doesn't react, it doesn't do anything weird. It looks fine. Most face oils, I have to wait like a half hour before I can put any makeup on after using. All right, next from Laneige, we have the Lip Sleeping Mask in Gummy Bear. I don't think this is great, but I would buy it again because it smells so good. I don't use it as a sleeping mask. I use it all day long as a lip balm. My lips are always chapped. This doesn't make them any less chapped, but it feels nice on. I like that it's scented, and I just like the experience. The jars are, I don't know. I was gonna say pretty, they're not even pretty. It's not any better, I don't think, than any other lip product. I just keep getting suckered into buying it. They keep coming out with new flavors and I've gotta try them all. From Wander Beauty, we have their Play All Day Translucent Powder. It's a puff that you pat to use. This is not empty. The problem with this is it hurts to use it. You have to, so like on my hand, there we go. I did it that hard to get some powder out. I can't do that on my face, especially because the areas of my face that I want to use it would be my nose or my forehead. And I've broke my nose so many times. I used to be in martial arts many years ago. I cannot go boom, boom, boom on my face with a puff. I've tried it. And doing it on my forehead, that's not good for you. So I like the idea of this. It doesn't work for me. And I've tried like patting it in here, which I'm sure is probably more what you're supposed to do, but like you have to pat so hard to get any powder at all out. Like there's just a teeny tiny little bit in there now. It's a flop for me, which is unfortunate because it's a great compact and it has a mirror and it's like $40. I'm done trying to use it. It's nothing that I will ever reach for. I do not recommend that at all. Next in the makeup category from Iconic London, we have this teeny little illuminator. This is fine. I don't use a lot of highlighter. I've been trying to use it just because I have a lot of highlighter. This is thick and chunky. I know it isn't supposed to be. I suspect I didn't close the lid tight enough one time, but it's kind of unusable, so it goes into my empties pile. Next item that isn't actually empty, that has made it into this video, is this Primed for the Night Moonlit Makeup Eyeshadow Primer. Burns my eyelids. It also smells like cleaning supplies. Like it smells like Windex, like really strong, or like a Clorox wipe. I'm not ever even trying something again that's burned my skin, and both of my eyelids were like burning and stinging even after I used makeup remover. Just super unhappy with the whole experience. So this is done. Never trying it again. Last makeup item is from Clarins. This is their SOS primer. This I also received in the gift with purchase that I got that micellar water in. It was a primer. It's supposed to color correct and nourish your skin and moisturize. It was fine. I don't know. I like have no I have no opinion on this. It was a primer. It was fine. I used it. I don't really see a need for primer, but I'm trying to use products that I have, so I used it for a month. It was okay. I wouldn't buy it. I would use it if I got it again though. Now we're on to like body items. This is a body oil. This is from Nux. This is their multi-purpose dry oil for face, body, and hair. I don't like how this smells. I've received it before. I've actually purchased it before. It doesn't feel especially moisturizing. It kind of smells like old ladies to me. It was okay. There are a million better body oils that are less expensive. The packaging's beautiful though. From NCLA, we have their So Rich birthday cake cuticle oil. I liked this so much that I bought a new one. It's a different smell for cuticle oil, smelling like birthday cake. It's not any better than any other cuticle oil I've used. I liked the smell. From Molton Brown, we have an infusing eucalyptus bath and shower gel. I traveled to Seattle on work and brought this with me. It's okay. I didn't love the scent. Like if the full size of this was on sale for $1, I wouldn't buy it. I'd leave it for somebody who enjoyed the scent. But it gets you clean. So there's that. If you like the smell of eucalyptus, you would love this because it is like very, very strong. I smelled like it for hours after getting out of the shower. From Levito, we have a Thera Intensive Foot Cream. This is a foot cream. That's what it is. It smelled like a foot cream. It has tea tree oil in it, and it was okay. I wouldn't buy it. I didn't think it was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't remarkable in any way. And my last empty from May are shower steamers from Ascent. I was really disappointed in these. I had never tried shower steamers before, and there were 5 in here, and like 3 of them just never melted at all. And the other 2 immediately dissolved the second they were even in my hand, like to put them on the floor of the shower. So I don't know what was up with them. Anyway, that's it for my May empties. Let me know your thoughts. Are any of these items that I hated things that you like? Is this an interesting video? I don't know if people are into empties videos like I am. Like, I love this kind of content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.